Hello, Mr. A here. It's Wednesday, September 4th, and I'm going over tonight's homework. And it is lesson 2, multiplying decimals. So we've been working on multiplying decimals last week, and we kind of hit it really hard today. So a little homework. You got to do questions 1 through 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then also number 5 and number 9. Okay, each one is worth 2 points. I'm going to demonstrate number 3 to you. Number 3 I'm going to demonstrate for you. And pay attention to some of the concepts that I'm talking about. So number 3 is 1 9/100ths, or 1.09. And that little dot, in case you missed it in class, between the two numbers is multiplication. So it's 1.09 times 0.9, or 9/10. So I'm going to write that on the board vertically. Okay, the way that we're going to do it to solve. Let's see, right in the middle, good. So we've got 1 9/100ths, okay? Times, that's what that dot means. Now the trick with multiplying decimals in the beginning is that you do not have to line up the decimals. We wait to do the decimals at the end, and I'll show you that in the end. So I would take your 0.9 and put it all the way over here. You actually don't need the 0, but they give it to you, so let's just put it there. So your problem should be set up like this. Okay, numbers on top of numbers, just like a regular multiplication problem. You do not need to do this 0. Okay, it is on the end, it's in the ones place. You don't need to multiply it, just forget it, just exit out. You're just multiplying this 9 on the bottom times this 9, then times that top 0, then times the 1 over here in the ones place. So I got a little diagram, first here, then here, then here, all times the 9. So a lot of you took home multiplication charts. You are allowed to use a calculator at home, but I want to see all your work. And if you have your multiplication facts memorized, we know that 9 times 9 is 81. So 81 is going to be written with the 1 in the ones place, and you carry the 8. Now the funny thing about this one is that 9 times 0 is 0. Plus 8 means the 81 just kind of falls down. So do that again. 9 times 0 is 0. Plus the 8 that we carried over is 8. Okay, so it actually just becomes 81 there. And then the last digit is the 9 times the 1, and that's the 9. Again, we're not paying any attention to the decimals just yet, but we're just about to. So I have this number, 981, or 981. Now I have to look at my numbers that I'm multiplying. This is the concept that we're really working hard at. And that is, how many place values are there to the right of the decimal point? So up here on this top number, there's my decimal point, and I have a 0 and I have a 9. So each one of those numbers, those digits, is in a place value. This 0 is holding the 10th place. This 9 is holding the 100th place. So there are 2 place values on that top number being represented to the right of the decimal. And on the bottom number, 0.9, we have 1 digit, which is the 9 in the 10th place, being represented to the right of the decimal point. We don't care about the left, only the right. So we have 1 digit. Okay? So that's 1 digit. We have 3 total place values. So we have 1, 2, 3 total place values to the right of the decimal point. Okay? So that's really, really important to understand when finishing this problem. All right? So what we do is we start at the very back of the number, the very far right of 981. And, we just kind of pretend there's a magic decimal here. Well, we're going to move it 3 that way, okay, to the left. So 1, 2, and 3. So that would be my new spot for my decimal. I'm just going to erase this. There you go. So your answer is going to be 0.981, or 981 thousandths. It kind of makes sense. If I rounded this number, it'd be 1. And if I rounded this number, it'd be 1, which would give me the answer of 1. This number, 0.981, or 981 thousandths, is really quite close to the number 1. So that makes sense. If I had 98.1, that would not make sense, because those numbers would not get anywhere near 98. So check your answer by just kind of mentally estimating, does that answer make sense? So we are done with this problem. That is our answer. You don't need this work on your paper, but you need all of this work on your paper and a correct answer to get both points. If you attempt the problem and you have the work, but maybe you're off, I'll give you a point. If you do all the work, as I just stated, and you have the right answer, that's 2 points. Okay? That goes for every problem on this homework. So good luck, and I'll see you in the morning.